All right, good day to everyone. Hope you're having a good start to your week. I'm going to go through some things here as I normally would regarding the research that I do every couple of days, just seeing if there's any new coins to jump into. I do a lot of short-term stuff, but we also do, long-term high conviction holds as well. I just wanted to show you this real quick. Started the group maybe a week and a half ago. And these are the things. If you go to this link right here, I'll actually put it in the video, but these are the things that the group covers. We do have some reviews already. People are enjoying it. They're making some money off of it. And some of these people I've known for a while. They're coming from other channels and stuff supporting me, so I appreciate that. But for anybody else that is thinking to join a group that has more short-term plays, or somebody showing some different angles at long-term conviction plays, then this might be something for you. On Bitcoin currently, this isn't looking great. I actually had this, I haven't posted this yet, but I've got this supply area and this demand area that are the most obvious currently, as far as the place that it would bounce if it was going to stay within a range for a while. It is seeing a lot of resistance here currently at what, 48.5? I think it got up to 50, didn't it? Yeah. So a little bit over 50 is where it hit some resistance. But we don't want to see this candle on the daily close and engulf this candle, because if we do, we're definitely going to see it come down to here. So people that are wanting to see it continue to remain bullish, then you'll want to see it pick up here in a little bit. I know a lot of people are in shorts currently, thinking that this was at least a temporary top. So up here, we haven't hit the red box yet, obviously, but this is your supply, your resistance, your order block. This is where you're going to see a lot of pushback, short stepping in, and looks like they're already stepping in early. So this could be it. I could have extended this zone down in here, but if you look back, what is this, a daily chart? There are some swing failure patterns up here. The reason it's called an order block is because this is where a lot of the transactions took place, as far as, the bulls weren't able to continue to push up, and then, the short stepped in. You can also call it an imbalance. I mean, it's an imbalance either way, where you get a breakout or a breakdown of price action. And that's what happened here, was a breakout. You could say one's down here as well, an order block, but this is the one I'm targeting right now, as far as what I'm watching. And technically, this is a bearish div here, even though this one, the momentum wave, did extend higher than this one. And so just know that there is still a chance we come down here to this long-term trend line, but the longer time extends, the further up that support would be. And that extends all the way back from this structure. A lot of people think we can get down to, way down here at this imbalance at 27K. Definitely possible. I mean, I'm not ruling that out, but I feel like the higher we push, the higher the support ends up, pushing up with it. Let's see. So ETH BTC is looking pretty good. It did fall down a lot, but at least it found some support here. It kind of tells us what the strength of the alts are currently. I'm not really going to go into anything else other than that. I just wanted to kind of show the health of the market currently. And it's really not affecting, Bitcoin coming down isn't affecting projects like QUBIC, who, this one has been very strong since, what was that, 5 days ago? That's when it took off, and, a lot of green volume candles. I can't really show my usual tools on this one because I can't pull it up on TradingView yet. I don't believe I can anyway. I don't think it's on there. Yeah, it's not on there. So when they get this new, this new exchange, whichever one it might be, I believe that it'll finally be on TradingView and we can look at some more of the tools there. But if you just look from a standpoint of the momentum of the volume, this could have been a temporary peak, and maybe the volume starts to descend for a little bit. And that's why I have these lines marked for anybody that wanted to jump back into it, or, maybe you took some profit up here, or maybe you never even got in. Well, these would be the support areas coming down that you could place some orders. And it could certainly come back down to here, 2,900, 3,000 area. I'm eliminating the zeros there. I'm just using the whole number. I mean, I could easily see something like this, and then maybe it goes sideways and starts heading back up finally. Yeah, I mean, that looks reasonable anyway. Not saying it has to come all the way back down here. It could even push up some more and then treat this like the new support. And sorry about my voice, by the way. My throat's kind of been bothering me. But yeah, I mean, I was thinking about taking some profits here temporarily just because, this was the last swing failure pattern right here where this wick extended up, where, it tried to get up there and it couldn't, and people sold off. So there's a lot of volume taking place in this area and it's having trouble pushing through it. But I will say this, if you go down to like an hourly chart or something, it is pushing against that, almost like an ascending triangle where your base of support is pushing up against the resistance and the resistance keeps getting tagged and eventually it breaks out of it. So, it could happen. And that's basically what happened right here, even though it did have a big week down first. Okay, so let me take you through kind of my research thesis, how I normally go about my day. Every couple of days I'll do this, like I said, and I'll keep an eye on these tokens as well. So if here, let me show you. I haven't really shown much of this since I started the group, but this is what it looks like within the group. Since February 7th, I've been posting these short-term trades. Actually, I've been posting them for a while. Even before that, looks like February 3rd was the first one. And so let's see here. Yeah, Tau New was one of the first ones. I've also got Bowen on there, which I know Tau New did really well. Yeah, it pushed up here. It did about, 350% or something. And we found it before it even moved pretty much. Virtual, it's also doing really well. I haven't updated on that, but I think it's done at least a 2x. And that was before the move. Kata I haven't looked at yet in a while. I don't know what it's doing. Yeah, it's pushing up a little bit. So some of these they don't push right away. It may take a week or something. But from what I've seen currently, the smart money, what I'm going to show you here on Nansen and here in a second, the smart money research does work and it can find tokens that are ready to move. And that's the most important thing. We don't want to be stuck in a token that just sits there for a month and maybe even goes down further. I'll give you a really good example. Reef was a very popular token last cycle. And it made a push here and then all of a sudden it just fell off the shelf and now it's just going sideways and down and people that are in this one are having to wait a long time for their move. Well, I can show you here on Nansen that if you were to look at smart money, I think this is the right one. Yeah. If you were to look at smart money, I mean, there's no new wallet holders coming in. Smart money chart here is just flat, nothing going on. I mean, for a token that has a lot of market cap, or not a lot of market cap, but a lot of eyes on it, there's not many people, not many smart money in it. And it's been around since 2020. And that's why I don't like older tokens that much. It's just, I don't know, the newer ones, if they get eyes on them, they can move a lot quicker. These to me are just kind of stale, but it will go eventually, especially when DeFi goes. Okay, where was yeah, so I mean I did make a little bit of profit on this move. I actually talked about it during during this move on my Twitter, but it might take off from here and start moving back up, but when this happened, it was time not to even focus on it anymore. All right, so what I want to show you, I'll show you the signals here in a second, but let me just highlight a couple other things here on the Discord, just so you know what you're looking at. If you are interested in joining. Okay. So what I would do if I was beginning my day and I was interested to see, okay, what tokens of these that Bike for Sale has posted, thinking in terms if I was a member of this group, I would start clicking on the chart here. And I'm going to show you a feature that I set up that, I did a little snapshot here on the smart money chart. So there's two different charts here, basically. But you can hold down CTRL on your computer keyboard and left click this chart. And this will give you the chart right away to where you can kind of see what's going on. And I put a little bullish above here line on every single one of them. This looks like a bull flag to me, so I think this one could take off again on CAPY. But the way you could play it is, number one, you could have this indicator called the RD. Just type in the RD and then put it on 6 hour. And these are the settings. You can pause if you need to see them. And then as long as this is in the green and it's above this line, then it's a good play. But in a case like this, you could wait till you get a little green candle coming back up. You don't have to, enter something like this right away, especially with the red candle currently on 6 hour. So you could look at that chart, and then, even if you have a free TradingView account, you can look at that chart. And you could also click on this one, and it takes you to this, this snapshot that I did of CAPY. I think it was 2 days ago. Yeah. So here's CAPY. Here's what the smart money chart looks like. Has been some selling off as of 2 days ago we talked about. If I put it in here, let's see what it's doing today. Yeah, it's got negative 12 new holders over the last 24 hours. Smart money, pretty much sideways still. Let's see, no new buyers within 24 hours. There has been some selling and some buying in the last 7 days, probably a little bit more selling. So it's just not ready yet, I don't think. One of the wallets I follow that are a good wallet, a good profitable wallet, they are in it currently, so that's a good sign. But this one didn't take off again. It did take off once already, and I think we were able to secure let me find it here. I think we did a 350% move on it. Yeah, so we've already made money off of it. So that's number one. And you can click through every one of these. Like what I would normally do in the morning, just to kind of get an idea, is well, let me take this off screen real quick because I need to open up all the charts. I would open up all four of these charts right here. And I could even open up more of them. I'll open up more and I'll just go through them all real quick. So currently, I think we've got 15. So here's Zen. It came down out of the green on this indicator, so I would be out of it at this point. But it still could go up. It's still above the bullish line. Just wait and see how it plays out and wait till it gets back into the green on this 6 hour indicator, which is, again, it's that RD indicator. If you're on the Discord server with us, I'll explain how you can use this. I mean, this could be a support area right there. So it may find some support soon. Here's Boba. It's still within the green. That's fine. Gal, this one's looking pretty good. It made a move back above the bullish line and it turned green and it looks like it's breaking out here. I've been talking about that on the server for a bit. Here's MOBY. I don't think this one can be on 6 hour yet because there's not enough history for the indicator to work. I got to go down until it shows the indicator. Well, maybe it doesn't show it at all yet. Oh, there we go. There, now it's showing up. Yeah, it looks like I have to be on a really low time frame. There it is right there. Okay. So I have to put it on the 10-minute for now. It is in the green. It is above the bullish line. If it closes a 6 hour candle below this bullish line, then you just get out. But currently it's building good market structure. I mean, here's a lot of resistance, broke out of the resistance, made a support area right there out of this. I mean, this is pretty good. What's the downside risk of this one? 4% or so. So you just, you could enter here somewhere, as long as this is green, and that if it has a 6 hour candle, or sorry, if it has a 10-minute candle, because we can't do 6 hour on this yet, close below this, then you could just get back out until it comes back up. But as long as it's in the green, it's good. I wish I could show on a 6 hour chart, but I just, there's not enough history on this coin just yet. We could look at volume. I mean, that's another way to look at it. Volume's kind of up, kind of coming up, so that's a good sign. But you want to see these big volume candles like this. I mean, actually, this is a pretty good sign here. You had a big flush out, massive green volume candle. Somebody was buying heavily in this zone. So, there is a lot of support, at least down here. And hopefully the support keeps working its way up, and this will be a good play. And again, you could, well, unless you have Nansen, you can't look at this part of it. But if I was to just go in here and look at MOBY, I mean, this is the research that I do for the group. Then I would look and okay, there's negative 20 wallets currently. That's not good. You want to see it going up. This, however, is very good. The amount of purchases made and the new wallets for smart money continues to rise. And you got a big investor here that bought 88,000, and here another one, 27,000, both smart money. And I'm not seeing any sales. I mean, there's one over the last 7 days. But you can clearly see the buys are outweighing the sales big time. Okay. What is this one? Bermuda. This is one I found maybe 3, 4 days ago. Hasn't really done much yet. In fact, it rejected off of this red area here on this indicator. So I've actually got the bullish line way down here based on previous price action. I could even bring it up maybe to here. Yeah, I'd say that's about right, just based on this structure over here. And it lines up with this. So I'll change that line. If you were to get a double bottom here, it'd be a good buy at 0.43 cents. Now, I just want to let everybody know, these aren't plays that I'm looking at for fundamental reasons. These are purely technical plays and smart money research plays. That's it. We're just trying to find the plays that are ready to go. And we get in and we get out. That's what the group's all about. Here is MOG. I've been talking about this one for many weeks on Twitter, and I posted it in our group. It did break above the bullish line. This looks a lot like what MOBY did, where it was just like a symmetrical triangle that had a breakout. And you could extend this line right there. And it came back down and retested this breakout. And now it's very bullish. It does move slower than most other coins, so it takes it a while to do anything. But currently, I mean, if you go from the breakout, which I posted on Twitter, you're actually up almost 3x. But if you go from just this line, you did a 1.5x. And I posted it. What am I looking at? MOG. So one cool thing about this group is I've got multiple feeds of smart money alerts, and you can just type whatever coin you want to look at in here, and you can see if there's mostly buys or sells. I don't know when the first time I posted this one was. Let's see. Looks like it was here, February 10th. Yeah. But I posted a lot sooner or a lot earlier on my Twitter. So 10th was right here, actually. So you would have made, what, a 2x? Yeah, you would have made a 2x already. All right, here's Angle. I've been talking about this one on my Twitter for a while too. I don't really like these older coins, but the reason why this one interested me is just because I saw some big smart money players in it. Obviously, it has to hold this line. I mean, this is a big resistance support line. If you get a 6 hour candle back under it, I'd say it's really not worth anything. And I mean, these older coins, I really don't like them, but there's a chance that this one could take off like it did before, way back here. I forgot what it did here. Well, it's a 2.5x. I mean, hindsight, this is probably not the greatest play just because I don't know when it's going to take off. I just know that smart money is entering it. And I bet the smart money doesn't look great right now. Well, No new holders, at least it's not negative. Some people selling off here. Smart money, yeah, just sideways mostly. It's just not that interesting right now, but you got a massive buyer right here. He's been this person has been accumulating. Like if I go to his wallet, where's it at angle? Why didn't it show? That's weird. Maybe if I do it through his transactions, usually it'll show it right away. Well, anyway, usually what you can do is I wonder if they took that feature out. That's weird. Usually when you click the token within their wallet, it'll show where their buys and sells were. I'll have to ask Nansen about that. It used to work real seamlessly. But anyway, yeah, this is a token from 2021. Not my favorite thing to do. I'd like to find newer tokens if possible. So here is AIX, I believe. Yeah, AIX. This one popped a couple days ago, I think. And yeah, it's already made a big move, so not a huge fan of it, but I just figured if it had a 6 hour candle close above this resistance right here, then maybe it gets more bullish. I mean, this thing's already up, well, from the bottom, probably about 200x or something. So we'll see. I mean, I'm not really as excited about this one just because of that. This is probably more like a deviation above the high, and it'll come back down. So, not that exciting on this one. FEDAI, this is one that I posted maybe yesterday. And I mean, this isn't looking good here. It doesn't look like it's ready to go because it rejected it off of this resistance area. So it absolutely has to get a 6 hour candle above that bullish line. MONG is trying to hold the support line here that acted as resistance way back there, but currently not that interesting. It rejected pretty hard. Call, yeah, same thing. Nothing interesting yet. I mean, yeah, it's green, but the first rule is it has to be above the bullish line for me. Same thing, FOOM. This is a brand new one. It needs to get above the line first. If it does, it could be a really good one. And then Topia has been above this for a while, ever since the 10th. I think I just called this one though. So it's only up like 10% or something. I think I called it maybe, yeah, yesterday. So I don't know if it's ready to go yet. I mean, it could just slowly work its way up and take off, or it could come back down here and retest this previous resistance on a lower time frame. So anyway, that's the way I go through things in the morning and just try to find the best ones. And I'll probably make an alert to the group and say, hey, here's the ones that look good from what I'm seeing. But aside from that, that's kind of how my research goes. Sometimes I might go into this feed, which it's constantly active 24/7, showing what smart money's buying. And I'll just see what they're buying and say, okay, here's some that, well, this is a sell right here, but maybe if it's a buy right here of what is this? PNDC. I might jump in there and look at what PNDC is doing on smart money and see who else is buying it. And then this one is a DGen feed, which kind of shows, mostly DGen wallets. These are curated wallets. So they're in a lot of DGen type plays. And then this one is some of the best smart money wallets on Nansen or on the blockchain. And I'll see what they're buying because these are much more actionable plays because these people are consistently profitable. And I went through and found these wallets. It took a long time to find them. And I'm constantly updating it. And then influencer wallets. I don't have as many of these yet. Like there's one right there that bought Angle, what, 2 days ago. So I don't have as many of these yet, but these are curated as well. I need to add to these. So I got long-term plays, higher conviction. Like everybody knows, if you check my Twitter out, that I'm big on QUBIC. It's my number one conviction play. But there's plenty of other ones we have here, and we're going to add to them. So anyway, that kind of gives you an idea of the way I go through things. Currently, we have 22 members. Once we hit 50, I'm going to add a new feature, which I'm still researching. I'm trying to find another feature to help us, either get into tokens that are ready to go or um, just something to give us an edge on the market, basically. And I don't mind, I realize that, people that are watching this may not join and, you're seeing the information that we have here, but just understand that this can change from day to day. Um, especially the short-term plays, that's definitely going to change from day to day. But I think I've proven that, you can make money with this research, and anybody can do it. But, do you have the time to do it? That's the main thing. So, if you want to join the group, come check us out, give it a shot and see what you think. And what I'll do now is I'll just take you through my process of signals. We'll see if we can find a good one that might be ready to go. And I like to give free content. I just want to help people. That's my main thing. The only reason I'm charging for this group is I'm using some of the money that's coming in to reinvest into the group to help people more. I can't do it myself. Wow, this one has a lot. Packs. Oh, this is a 2018 coin though. I'm trying to stay under 500 million fully diluted valuation market cap. I don't even know if I want to mess with this. Oh, you know what? This is a stable. Sorry. I think it is anyway. So let's see. We've got lock here. We can look at that. Oh, here's MOBY. It's popping up again. I think we already looked at it though, so I'm gonna skip it. Aave, I'm not really worried about. It's got $1 billion market cap. MOG is showing up again, so that's good. Anytime I see something like this, it just further, supports the idea that I had that a token's ready to move up. But I don't need to click through on it. I think we already went over it. Let's see, here's one named Joe, 21 times the recent average. Kind of late on this one. It's already up 200%, but we can look at it. I'll just grab a couple here and then we can look at them. Not worried about injective. I mean, it's a good long-term play, obviously, but 3 billion market cap. It's not really something I'm interested in. Here's lever. Okay, let's just do those. Let's do those three. Okay, so this is really good on Houdini swap. You got 86 new wallet holders over the last 24 hours. A lot of buys coming in here. What is the volume? Yeah, volume is increasing while price increases. That's bullish. Smart money's fallen off here since early February, but it's a brand new coin, so a lot of people don't even know about it yet. But you do have one person here that bought 9,000, almost 10. One person here that sold, and this was a recent sell. So if we look at the chart, we'll just see what we see. I mean, these are harder because they're brand new tokens, but we'll try. All right, here's 30-minute. There is a area here of resistance that turns support. Could come all the way back down and retest it. We don't know yet. I mean, RSI is kind of falling off some. Could look at volume. Yeah, volume's almost non-existent. Yeah, I mean, it could just keep pushing up. This is one I might go back and look at to add to the group, but I don't know yet. I've really got to study it some more. Let's look at Joe. Yeah, 146 new holders. That's great. Exchange outflow here. Well, it's only $755. Smart money net flow. It's a plus 9K. So there's been at least a plus 9,000 smart money buying. Yeah, here it is right here. So if you add these three up, that's the 9,000 over the last 24 hours that have been bought. A little uptick there on smart money. Doesn't necessarily mean it's just going to take off even more, but it's a good sign anyway. It's getting some action. A little bit of a volume uptick there. So I'll go here to the chart. See if we can do a six. Yeah, we can do a 6 hour on this one. Yeah, clearly it's sitting right at a, this is actually a good one. It's sitting right at an area of resistance that's possibly turning into support. See how it's coming back and retesting that smaller breakout. So this could be one to look at in the future because you lost support, you rejected once, came back up, now you're back above it. But the question is this just going to come back down and, this was just a deviation above, and that's very possible. So be aware just because it gets above this line that I have drawn here, it doesn't mean it's just ready to take off. Although this wick is a good sign, maybe people are buying here. Need more information really, but it's a risk reward situation, right? I mean, you could buy here, and if you get a 6 hour candle close below it, you just get out. That's about the best you can do. Trying to see if the indicator will kick in here. Oh, that's why I don't have it on. Yeah, so it is in the green currently. But this is where I would say the line in the sand is. It can't close a 6 hour candle below it. Has to stay above it to be bullish, even though this is green currently. All right, and then we'll look at lever. 3 new holders, no big deal. 169K coming off of exchanges. That's a good sign. That's outflow. Smart money, new wallets is kind of ticking up. So is the balance. Some of your top holders here. Don't think, there's not really any smart money buying the last 24 hours, a little bit of selling over the last 7 days. So, not a whole lot to see here. But if we bring up the chart, it's kind of the same thing as the last one we just looked at in a way. There's a, let's see, where's it at? Oh, what did I do? Must hit the wrong button. So somewhere in here, maybe here. Yeah, somewhere in there is your support resistance line, the one that I would usually type in bullish above here. I mean, there's clearly another one above, it's kind of right in what here. So, you could put it there too and say, okay, I'm not going to get in until this thing gets up here. But, short term, it's kind of right down in here. So as long as your price action stays above this line, you're good to go. Okay, let's see. Is there anything else I wanted to talk about with you? I know this is a long video, but I think it's important that you see my process just in case you do want to join the group. I don't want anybody to miss out. Oh, virtual. That was another one that we called, or that I called early. I just want to show. Oh, yeah, this one took off. I forget where it was exactly, but probably entered somewhere in here. If you're in any of these, feel free to reach out to me and ask if what I think on it. Currently, it's clearly still bullish, but it could be pushing up into an area where it finds resistance. I know some of you follow me on Twitter, so even if you got in these for free, I'm open. Message me or whatever you want to do. I'll let you know, or just ask me on the chart itself on Twitter. And by the way, a real easy way to, I've showed this before, but a real easy way to search on my channel for specific things. Like if I wanted to look up virtual, you just type in at Byte for Sale space and then put the coin name. And you can go down here and see where I first started talking about it, which would have been here, I guess. Oh, I posted it on the Discord, but I didn't post it here. That's what it was. So this is where, the bullish line was on it. I think it's gone up a lot more than that already, though. Yeah, it pushed up even higher. So it may have done a 2x by now. I think there's what, five, six, seven coins that I can point to since the start of the group that have done at least a 2x, and some of them have done a 3 or 4x since the call. So, not pumping my chest or puffing out my chest or being proud about it. I'm just saying that the smart money system works, the smart money research works. And, feel free to do it yourself if you want to get Nansen. But if you want to rely on my research and my charting, then, join us. And I want everybody to take advantage of it if they can. It's kind of the new way of doing things, although people have been doing it for a couple of years. I think that's about all I wanted to say, maybe. Yeah, I'd say just watch out on Bitcoin. Not saying it has to reject here, but it could, especially if we get a fully engulfing candle there. And, we could push up into 52, 53. Just because these resistances are here doesn't mean they have to stop there. And same thing on QUBIC if you're following it. Just because I've got a resistance line here doesn't mean it has to stop here. It's more of a place to look for, profit taking if you want to take some initials out off of a big move that you already, maybe you bought it way down there and you're in a 10x or a 20x or something. I mean, this is a 2x move already over the last few days if you did buy here in the bottom. So just use good money management practices and decide before you purchase the coin what your exit strategy is. That's the main thing. If you want to hold until it hits 10, 20, 50, 100x, that's up to you. But if you have things in your life where you need some money or something, these resistance areas can give you places to take some of that money out and then just reinvest it later. You may end up buying higher on QUBIC. If you get out here, you may end up buying higher. We don't know what's going to happen. But, there's always a dip to play. That's something I tell the members all the time. There's always a dip in something that we can play. So, just use good risk management and, we'll talk about profit taking some other time. But a lot of you have heard me talk about, the way Braver does it, the way XCal does it. Sometimes you'll take your initials out at 2x, 5x, 10x, something like that, depending on how much conviction you have. And then you might take some profits out as it reaches much higher valuations, like, 25, 50, 75, 100, and slowly work your way out of the position. That's how the smart money does it. All right. I know I rambled a bit. I'm going to end it there. If anybody has any questions, post them in the comments. Give it a like if you like the video, of course, and share it with your friends because I want everybody to be able to see this stuff. That's the main thing. All right. Y'all have a good week. Maybe I'll do another one here pretty soon.